Live. Joe, your camera isn't on, by the way.
Hello.
My camera on stream?
Oh, maybe
In
your
there
stream
it's
is.
gonna
I
be
just
in
don't
there
think
it's gonna be
Yeah,
plus.
that
That
makes more sense. That makes more sense. Yeah, okay.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Oh, Justin got the X set shirt. Oh, wait, or am I
WX
stupid?
set?
No energy. Old energy. Old energy.
That's an
Old.
old NRG shirt. Oh, he got the OG.
It's so old it fooled you.
Just like yesterday.
Yeah. You know, yeah.
Can't believe I fell for that fucking bait.
Joe has minimized his application.
Yeah, you have to watch it on. You have to watch it there. Because if I turn it on, it'll block the actual content that people are trying to
Well,
watch.
that makes
Yeah. The
sense.
content.
The
Yeah, the
content.
content here.
The
The
content.
content here. Okay, everyone. Welcome. For those, no one's here just yet, but in case we put this into the video, welcome everyone for our top 20 list of Valorant Champions 2023. We all took the week, decided this would be a fun idea to do, get the channel back up and running, to compile our lists and see who we think will be the top players of the Valorant tournament. This list, I have no idea how it's going to go. Everyone's going to have some crazy picks, and it's just going to be entertaining. So I just want to see what the hell everyone started out with. I just want to, like, how did you guys go through the list? Because I know we all went different ways.
Me?
Like,
I looked at the teams, like every team that's gonna be in champs, and I was like, who do I know is a consistent enough player that I can say it doesn't matter how, like, it doesn't matter if they get 2-0 sweep, they're gonna do something well enough. And I put them all. I just picked those 20 names, and then I put them in the list wherever I felt like who's gonna do better.
Yeah, I put like
Dude.
40 people into a hat and then I just drew.
Pulls out the
This
first
is
20
completely
in order.
random. Yeah, I filled out the first 20 and it was like, who's better than this guy?
The color of that jersey, I don't know. I feel like I know. I already
bias.
know the first 5 names is gonna be
The
on the list.
bias?
Mm.
What?
yeah, the bias.
Bias? There's no
bias
bias.
here?
There's no
Hey, at least you
bias.
can have bias with your team. Like,
Yeah. Poor Joe. He has some jerseys,
Yeah,
but
it's
it's
okay.
not. It's no point putting him on.
Joe, it's okay. You and me both.
yeah,
We're both crying for both teams. It's okay.
Well,
Okay.
I
unfortunate.
just can't wait for Justin to have the most sensible list, as it should be. As everyone else
I
is just kind of crazy ass takes. I just
No.
know it.
I think my list is pretty reasonable.
I can't
think it's
wait
understandable.
to see it. I cannot wait.
I think you're gonna
I
rip
might have-
at me for number 20 already. I'm
Oh.
gonna be
I might
honest.
Okay, well, first before that, I had a funny idea. Just because we had top 20, I want to see just randomly out of nowhere, give me an honorable mention, someone who wasn't on the list that you wanted to put on but couldn't. Justin,
Wanna put
you
on-
start. I want to start with you for that. So I figured this would be, huh?
Potter.
Honestly, yeah, fair.
Real.
Yeah.
Real. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm thinking. I agree. Thinking the same thing. Much needed love. Brought a whole
Hold
team
on.
back from ass.
And Joe, who would your honorable mention be?
I'm gonna get hate for this one. Victor. NRG.
Oh,
Ooh.
Justin already
Why?
scolding
Justin's already
me.
scolding me.
I'm just
I'm-
confused.
I
I
want to know why.
tried a little bits because I tried to limit how many players I had on certain regions. Because I may have gone overboard with it. So I tried to
You
dial
just
it
have
back.
all in A just for
And-
Fnatic to
and-
still win the
The
tournament.
the OG list literally I think was what was it? 10 NA, 5 EMEA, 5 Pacific, and no, 4 Pacific, 1
Yeah,
China.
I was gonna say
And
you
then,
were really missing a big one if that
I
was
was
the
really
case.
missing a big one. No, but I was like, okay, I need to drop some names from this list, and I can't have it all be NRG. So
Yeah, okay. And then Jacob, who are you going to?
Can I do 2 to make this really interesting? Because
Sure.
I'm listening.
All right, FNS and Demon 1.
what?
You don't
They're
have
not
Demon
in your
One?
list?
What?
they're
Demon
not
1
in
didn't
your
make
list?
it?
No, I didn't like his
wait,
performance
actually-
at Tokyo personally.
Wait, actually?
What?
No, wait, never mind. FNS isn't in my list either. Now that I think about it.
I'm more
Respectfully.
bothered about the Demon One.
Yeah, I'm
Why?
way more confused about Demon 1 here.
Why? Who do you think
Oh,
was
yeah,
the
no,
top
you're
performer
wild for
at
the Demon
Tokyo
One.
then?
I think it was the top performer at Tokyo.
Yeah.
Alpha?
In my opinion,
Yeah,
Alpha.
No. Okay, no, I can't. It's probably going to spoil, but like, I mean EG. Like, I'm trying to figure
Yeah,
that out.
who EG? Like,
I don't want him. I actually don't want him to say
Yeah,
because
let's
not thinking about it because then it'll spoil shit. But
Oh,
the
shit.
list, then we'll
Yeah.
go from
Okay.
there.
Okay. So let's just start with everyone's 20th player and see
20th? Oh,
what
wait.
we get. Hopefully this doesn't
Oof.
fuck up and just works well.
The thing
Oh,
crashed
well.
for a second. Okay,
Well,
we're
I
good.
don't. Wait. I don't have ties. What?
What do you mean?
I don't have ties.
There we
what the
go.
fuck?
Fix that.
What do you
I
mean?
see ties.
Do you?
Ties players?
I click on stuff.
What the?
You know, it'd be so
Hey,
funny
can you
if my
guys see
players.
it?
Hold on.
Yeah.
It'd be so
Joe, can you
funny
see it on
if my,
stream?
Yeah, I
my
can.
players didn't save.
What? Why isn't it working? What? Upload failure. You're required to sign to upload. What do you mean? I just logged in. What? Oh my god.
Alright, I'm just gonna
Hold
do the
on,
first
wait.
player real quick, and then we
Yeah,
can
you
start
do
discussing
that.
while
You-
you fix that.
Yeah, you get. Oh my
Alright,
God, what?
there's the 20th picks for everybody.
Who's my 20th pick? Oh, right. Okay. All right. Respectfully, I think. I think this Smoggy pick is kind of throwing Jacob.
Smoggy? You think so?
This Smoggy down here, bro. I think that's kind of.
I told you
tossing?
you're not gonna like my number 20.
I think that's kind of tossing.
Really?
Why? Okay. I won't say that I have Smoggy on my list too. I won't say where he is, but I don't think he should have been that low. I think
that's-
toward the bottom half is fair, but I don't think he should have been that low.
That's not what I was expecting. I was expecting you to tell me that he shouldn't even be here. For a
No.
second.
I respect this. Don't get me wrong. The Smoggy can combo is deadly. So I'm a respect it, but I think you should respect it more. 20th place? No, it's not. It's not troll.
The team just isn't as disciplined as the other teams right now, so I can't really rank someone like Smoggy, who's playing a more supportive role, higher than some of the other players playing a similar role. Because if you look at EDG play, they're missing a lot of fundamentals that some of the other games are having, or some of the other teams have. I meant.
So, you don't think that they've replaced the fundamentals in a way, if that makes sense?
I think
Like,
during
or-
Tokyo they've
Like, or
They
reinvented
improved.
different fundamentals.
I think during Tokyo they slowly got better, but sadly I just don't think that they have the same kind of like discipline as other teams. So I think that's gonna bite them in the ass later.
Honestly, I see it.
I
Like,
mean-
it's how you determine it, right? Because I think there's gonna be one person from EG that I think everyone's gonna have up at the top, and like from there you're gonna pick probably one, maybe two supporting casts if you really believe in them. But like I think Smog. I mean, it just depends on, because honestly they're probably the hardest group, realistically speaking. So like,
I think they have the hardest group in terms of like they're all pretty similar.
it's the hardest group to get out of, for sure.
You can drown, any of them can drown at any point in time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, safe from tie. And that, I
So-
mean, I was gonna say, yeah. I can't remember where. I mean, I had him. I mean,
My thing with picking safe was he's like a good player, and I know he has capabilities to perform, but sometimes he be letting me down. Like sometimes I'm like, all right, well this is free. Like this is good. You're good here, and then he's just not aware. I mean, obviously in hindsight you can't, but I don't know. Sometimes I feel like he could be more aware, but he has the potential. So I put him there. I wanted him on my list at the very least.
I'm smart. Because I think the Nets there for those reasons. Like usually,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
Nets will get
I
you a
respect
few
Nets,
rounds,
too.
but other than that, it's like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like he's just his play style just sometimes will just follow the meta and can be easy to just kind of play around.
Mm-hmm.
Until he
I
starts
have
playing
FNS at
Sniper.
the bottom though, Justin. Honestly, I'm surprised you didn't put FNS up higher. I'm gonna be real.
I couldn't. In good faith, I couldn't.
Damn.
Like you gotta think about like how Energy's been performing this season, and I'm not saying that FNS is a bad IGL. In fact, I disagree. I think he's top 3 IGLs in the world. I think that in terms of what's been going on though, he has bad starts to games. It's not him that's bailing himself out. It might be Chet who's helping him out and bailing him out during the timeouts. And I'm gonna spoil a little bit of my list later. but Victor and Crashy's been pulling so much weight in terms of like bringing them out, and Psalm too. But like they've done so much weightlifting in terms of like keeping that team above water, especially when the calls are horrendously bad.
Mhm. Yeah.
So
that
then
makes
I'm glad
sense.
that we can all agree as a whole that Artis deserves to be nowhere on this list.
I'm waiting for artists to do something good, like
Show me
you know,
something.
on the
I-
level of something like
I
any
don't
of
know.
these other duelists. He's just not doing it.
Yeah.
There is
I don't know. Me,
nothing
I just
will
feel like-
erase the moment
God.
of my mind where
Sage
it's the
Ball.
first. Yeah, where he's grimwalling as Sage in the first match of Sao Paulo against Koi. That's just not
Like,
leaving my head ever.
I just like with artists, I just feel he's not doing anything that Victor can't do. Like as much as I don't give Victor enough credit, I don't think that in any way that he can't get on Jet and pick up an op and can't do everything that Artist has been doing and better. And then if you take away Artist's one role as that Jet player, what is he left with? Oh my god, he plays KJ. Well, guess what? The other 4 members of NRG also can play KJ. So it's like, I don't know. Artist hasn't done anything to stand out personally. Ever since Chamber was like gone, he just hasn't
I think
brought
that
the
honestly,
value.
I know I'm the one who disagrees, and this is a hot take. I think that's perfect for energy. I think the problem is just that like the consistent upping. I think that's the problem. But I think being able to cycle people out, sometimes it's ridiculous, but sometimes it's also nice when you need a raise. I think Victor's is a really good raise. It's not at the top. It's not a Durka.
Yeah.
It's not a, it's not a Jing,
Not a G.
but it's good. It suffice. And being able to swap him out and be able to put him on something. Yes, he won't perform, but like he'll get the job done. I think sometimes that's what energy actually needs. And
Yeah, I mean they do appreciate that. I do appreciate that they like the flexibility, and I think that is perfect for them. But I don't think Artis has like been able to bring games out of his ass comparatively to anybody else on that team.
no, definitely not. And it just doesn't. Excel doesn't want to work for me. It just won't let me log in and let it join the thing. So I'm gonna just need someone else to keep doing the
I can keep.
messing with the file and revealing.
I can
Yo,
keep
just have to
before
watch
we
it.
move
you
on,
just tell me
before
when
we
to
move
move.
on.
Yeah, but so we're spending enough time on 20. With this, it's gonna take fucking 60
No,
hours.
no,
So
one
on-
sec, one sec, one sec.
Yeah.
Before we move on, who's Zeta?
Zeta? That's how you spell it.
Yeah.
You
From
know?
That's
T1.
the-
Yeah.
No, but yeah,
Oh.
No,
The
no, no. I was
caller.
just. Okay.
Huh?
the caller. Which honestly, I like the call.
yeah.
I like the shout out for T1.
I think T1 has a shot. They just need him to perform. If he performs, they go at least to they at least make it to bracket. But
I think they have a pretty good shot.
I do like that's what I'm saying though. But like he needs to be there. If
He
you
needs
know,
to be there to help.
yeah.
Yeah.
But as long as he does, he gets top 20. He's gonna like carry their ass straight into bracket, and then from there, it's really gonna be just can they all keep the momentum going.
Okay, Joe. On to the top 19.
Top 19. Boom.
And Justin had Nats right above me. Ooh.
Fair enough.
Xiao. Ooh, Xiao
Okay,
the call out.
okay.
How was Zine? And then
So, first of all, wait. Actually, Joe, why is Crashy down
that
here?
I was about to call out
Wait,
Joe.
no,
Crashy
why
seems
is
a little
Crashy
low.
Crush
in
is
my
a little
eyes.
low.
Whoa,
Joe is out
whoa,
here like,
whoa.
whoa, my top 10 is all NA guys, and then puts Crashy at number 19.
Like,
What?
What's going on here?
I don't know. I feel like he needs okay, as much as Victor needs him, he needs Victor. I feel like the two
Hey, not
really
wrong.
I feel like the two really sync off of each other and they play well. He's his initiator, they play well off of each other. And if Victor's doing well, he'll pop off. If he's not, then Crashy's I think has a clutch factor to him, but I don't think he's pulling a lot of games off without him. And that's just like how I see it. But yeah.
So you see them as a.
I see them as you need one to have the other, and Victor didn't make the list, so Crashies is not going to get that high.
Oh yeah, you already said Victor's gonna make the list.
Yeah.
I forgot about
Oh,
that
dude, I
already.
think that's insane.
No, but I don't know. I just feel like I've seen enough of Crashies on his own. Like I think you're definitely right when they're together because Crashies is just so good at understanding what Victor needs for Victor to succeed, and Victor is so good at playing off of it properly. But I feel like Crashies is good enough to set himself up too, like to know like when people are like his awareness in general, like of the map, especially on Ascent. It's like a master class watching him play Sova because he'll know like he'll seemingly just like turn around in mid for no absolute reason, dart mid here one, and just already know. All right, I'm spraying this down. It's just like he just knows.
Yeah.
I don't know, Joe. I think this is criminal. Have Crashies this low, man.
Yeah.
I get it through the pair, right?
Wait, I
need
need to hear what Justin's about to say because he's been eyeing me for the past 2 minutes. Come on, Justin, hit me with it.
Victor and Crashies are not an item. I don't know who needs to hear this, but they're not an item. You can say that they're integral to the core of NRG, which I think is true. FNS, Crashies, and Victor. I would argue that let's take a look at the stats from the past tournament. Crashies has I think it was like a 22% conversion rate on clutches. On clutches with more than 3 players. On clutches when it's a 1v2 or 1v3, he has a 60% conversion rate when it's put into that. That alone is rounds. The Victor Crashies thing, if you had told me that when Envy was around, I would 100% agree with you.
But not now.
But we are 2 years past that. They are absolutely more than that on their own than I think people are willing to give them credit for.
They are no longer the Crashies and Victor duo. They like when it's a 2v4 and it's those two, you're usually set, but like it's not like they need each other to perform. And honestly, I think it's like Ty was saying, the awareness, like the amount of times his util would just save the team. Like the amount of times he just gives the team the perfect util, the perfect like assist for FNS, being like, hey, they're here. I give you all info. Make perfect call. And they're just
It's just there.
It's just so random. Like you'll see him like in a main, and he'll sit there for a couple seconds, turn around, and then for random no reason whatever, he'll be like, okay, my spidey senses is tingling. I'm gonna drone this real quick, and he'll see 2-3 on the drone, and it's like, why? Why would you think to re-clear it, or like what would give it away? But it's like he's just so aware, and it's honestly really impressive. Like the awareness on him is crazy.
I want to bring up Kawazine for Jacob. That's what I want to bring up.
Kawazine?
Yeah.
I like Loud, and they look really good. But like
After last tournament?
I think there's a chance that they might show up at Champions. Yes. No, I made the list before that, actually. And I was just gonna stick with it even after I heard about that. But that has actually made me like even less
All right.
believe.
I'll spoil this list. I have faith in Loud.
I also have faith in Loud, and it's
Well,
misplaced.
well.
I have faith in Loud, and I'm realizing it's misplaced.
Okay. Like I know it's like realistically it's wrong, but them like doing kind of the same thing they did last year
Yeah.
gives me some faith they can at least make something like a top 8, top 6 and looking decent. Also that they're just in the group with all the other frauds, and I think they're better than those frauds.
I don't think they're frauds.
I mean, DRX is having an identity crisis right now, so we'll see.
That's helped, but like the players themselves, I think like at this point they're like fuck, we can't let that happen again, or like hitting the ground, right?
Yeah.
And maybe we're wrong. Maybe they just fall flat on their face and a new Loud next year, right? I want to have a little bit of faith in some of these players though, because I've seen so much and seen them bounce back. But I don't know.
Also, the stuff with Loud right now, I'm gonna say it's bullshit. I don't think they're actually having a fucking crisis. It's what?
I don't know if you watched the last tournament, but they didn't do.
They did look ass.
They did look ass, but I'm talking about like
they didn't trade. They didn't get kills. There were multiple maps in which the entire
Didn't it
team
look-
except for Ospas went fucking single digits. They looked terrible.
Wasn't less? How many rounds was left? Less just left in a clutch.
You know
I
what?
Fucking
guarantee
many.
you it was above 60%.
I
Yeah.
think
Like
the rounds
it was.
played.
Also, the two teams they went up against and lost to, Edward Gaming and Evil Geniuses.
But like realistically,
Well,
like
But-
you're
but
saying that on a
here's
high
the
right
thing,
now.
though. Yeah, like but here's the thing, on top of that, they're riding the success of last year,
Mhm.
right? This isn't a level of like ascend going into next year and then performing like ass. It's because they didn't stay together. We're coming into this year fresh off of a Fnatic win, but they were still looking great. Everything was close. You don't just de-evolve like that after you hype up and say, oh, these players were upgrades. You get rid of the toxic problems. That's what everybody was saying. Everybody was saying that those two were like a toxic part of the team, so them going to Sentinels was a good break. And then you don't have that anymore, and you talk yourself up, and all of a sudden your strats start looking samey, you get dissected. How you bounce back from that is how NRG looked when they got dissected really well last year. They blew up. Didn't work out well, and they came back, bounced back, and now they look a lot better. That's not happening with Loud. They're going in and they're just not on the same page. Everything was bad.
Especially if you think about it and you think about their performance throughout the season, they looked so good throughout the they're I don't know, like whatever it was, like I think taking out Saucy and Pincata was really good for them, and then you get the two new players that play really well and look really good, and the whole team is playing their game. Like it just became like well, we already know who's gonna win America's type thing. And then when they lost America's, okay, whatever, we lost to second place, but we still have the best record in America's right now. We're up what, 9-1? Like, I think to go from playing as insanely as that to now all of a sudden nobody can play, like it's like nobody knows how to play the game anymore. It's just such a ridiculous gap that you can't just ignore it. Like maybe if they were like they dropped a map at first, or like they dropped map 1, they looked a little shaky map 1. All right, cool. Or they, even if they lost their first match, all right, whatever. But then if they, in the losers bracket, if they came back and looked better in the second one, and like, okay, well they're back now, they're waking up, and then they continue to play well enough. Like they didn't even have to win losers bracket. If they just put on a convincing performance that there's nothing wrong with Loud right now. No matter all the drama, all the media, blah, 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 blah. None of it matters because they put on a convincing performance. Then one of them for sure would have made my list. But because they can't perform, or because they don't look like they can play together anymore, not a single one of them is on the list. And I love Aspas. I love him. He's not on this list. He's not on my list at all.
Damn.
That's fair.
That-
I'm writing the loud copium on Twitter for some people just because, again, I think that's just a group of frauds, and like if they can get the momentum rolling, they can probably get something. Or like, just a player or two can just have a good games. From that,
Yeah.
we're gonna be at this for 30 hours
30
again
hours
with
again.
how long this is. So on to the next one, on to the 18th.
All right.
As Jacob changes does whatever with his laundry basket.
Huh?
Oh,
No, I'm turning on my lamp.
don't know why that
Oh,
was
okay,
like
that's smart idea.
There we go.
Safe, Mako, Busio, Tui's, Calm. You have okay, Jacob. Wait, that's too much though. You can't have Tui's and Kawaii.
Tui's?
Okay, that's way too much.
How many Loud players are you gonna
Those better
have?
be the only two.
You
Those better
have
be
the
the
whole
He's got
only-
more.
No.
Look at that face. He's got more.
He's got the whole Loud roster.
Okay.
here.
You know what?
Well, I've also
Let's
got
leave
fraud,
that.
so I can't really talk much.
Okay. So you have Mako there, dude. That's
Well,
such
yeah.
a fall for Mako.
Here's the thing, right? Like Mako is going to still be a good player. They play consistently.
It's just
I-
DRX.
there-
are
it's
gonna
just
play
DRX
them.
is just gonna fucking get rolled.
No, I agree. I'm just like, oh, it's so sad.
They can't go
I think
higher.
you're placing your faith. I think you're placing your faith in the wrong DRX player. I'm gonna be real.
What do you
Yeah,
mean?
You got your faith in the wrong DRX player. I'm not
If
gonna
it
lie.
is-
What do you
I'm not gonna spoil anything.
mean?
I'm not gonna spoil anything. I don't know.
This
think
man put Buzz at number
agree.
1.
Okay, here's the thing. I think that there are two players on DRX that you should be putting on this list, but you should only put one or the other. I absolutely think it should only be one or the other because one has a lot of impact supportively and in the clutch, and one has a lot of impact directly on the game on a round basis almost all the time.
Mhm.
Mako being one of them, not going to spoil the other. I just want to see if we, can come to that same conclusion. I personally don't have Mako on this list because I do think that there are other players who have more impact on a game-to-game basis than Mako might. So that's my reason.
We'll
for
find
not
out.
having
Yeah,
him.
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. I think before, like at first, I had 2, but I did change it because again, frauds keep falling.
Frauds
But
keep
we'll find out
frauding.
when. The frauds keep frauding. And then we got the EG hype with Busio and Calm.
All right, I feel disrespected, Justin. He's not where he should be. I need just like at least 2 spaces higher. Just 2.
Busio?
Yeah, just two spaces higher.
All right. Hold on. Let's talk. It's. I understand.
The arena.
His
The arena.
his fragging power has been insane. Like the amount of value he brings to the team on fragging power alone, fantastic, perfect.
As Killjoy.
However, every time I watch him on Pearl makes me depressed.
Okay, you know what?
Can
Fair
I just
enough.
ban Pearl,
Can't
please?
argue it.
They
I can't
honestly
even argue
should
it.
start banning Pearl.
Pierre Cam. It's
Huh?
Pierre.
Pierre?
Pierre floated.
Yeah, he's on top of one of my monitors right now.
I'm surprised with the Calm pick, honestly.
You want to hear about the comp pick? Okay.
Yeah, real quick.
I'm riding the EG high right now. I'm not gonna lie. I got a lot of faith in my boys over in EG.
This man's got all 5 of them. This man's got all 5.
No, it's 4. It's
It's
3, maybe 4. Maybe 4.
I have faith in Calm. Calm is one of those people where I want to see a little more from him first before I can.
This is where you put a little, where you won't be able to see a little more. That's in the honorable mentions.
Yeah, not the top 20 who's going to perform.
No. Like, okay.
I
let me
don't know.
rephrase
I don't see you being able to put Calm over a
believe-
few of the players on EG, and you should have like 2 to 3 players
Man, I
in my
understand.
eyes.
I think Calm can perform, and I think Calm will perform, but I don't have enough faith in him that he'll perform as well as I think he can. So I don't think he deserved to be an honorable mention because I felt disrespectful to him because he's good for it. Like his Viper on Lotus to me is good. Like I like the way I like the idea behind the way he plays. Can I say I fully understand it? No, but that's just because I'm slow. But I get the basis of it, like the way he's holding. I like the way he's holding the site, the way he's taking the aggression on the site, the way he's taking it into control to say, if you come my site, I don't care if I'm dead. One of you fuckers is at least coming down with me, 1 or 2 of you, and so I know he's good for that 1 or 2. So I feel confident enough to place him on the list.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Very much. Yeah. And then I just have safe. I think a pretty safe pick. You know, Liquid can do good, and if they do good, it's because of that man. And that's pretty much all I have to say. I really haven't gotten anything on my list. I'm waiting for the shitstorm to happen.
Don't worry, it'll come eventually. Even cheap
Guys,
that just makes sense.
I know it. I'm staring at the player. I know what number. I'm gonna get some looks.
Is it the
Guys,
next
just
one that we're
remember-
moving on to?
Just remember, guys,
Not
before we
this
look
one,
at the
not
next
this
one,
If you want to focus after this.
Okay.
just
Wait,
remember,
you wanna focus
just
on the
remember,
focus the 16?
just remember, I made a severe lapse in judgment, and I'm
Wait,
realizing it now.
no,
We're
I
gonna
wanna see
next
this.
player.
I wanna see this. I need to see this. Alright, wait, quiet. 3.
Only Jacobs.
Oh, do
Only
only
do
Jacobs? Only do Jacobs?
Yeah,
Okay.
only show Jacobs.
Okay. 3.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! No!
No way!
I don't even want to hear your
Okay.
excuse.
Okay.
Open the
That's
rest
all we
of
need
them.
to see from Jacob. That's
Alright.
all we need to see from
Alright,
Jacob.
Alright.
I'm gonna do everyone else's now.
You're kidding me, man. Oh wow, okay.
Hey,
now
yo.
start talking, Ty.
wait,
Start
yes.
talking.
Soulcat!
Alright. Okay.
I start
Okay.
Start talking.
Start
How do I defend this?
Yeah, how do you
How
defend
do you
this?
defend this?
How do I defend
Josh has got
this?
Victor at 18.
Might have to go for that
That's
tight
fair.
Chinese food right now, Ty.
How do I defend this?
1.55 KD, 0.36 KD, 0.13 KD, 0.72 KD, 7 KD.
Like,
Average ACS 150.
I just think,
Justin, I'm just glad I got one with you.
I just think. I think he's good for 3. And that's all I can really give you.
For 3 what?
Justin does
Rounds?
Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that.
3 rounds? That's what you think?
Rounds.
No, he's getting the 3 kills and that's it for him.
Oh my
He's-
god.
he's
okay,
done
I,
his.
like,
He
I
got
want to
his.
preface this. I want that man to do good. Like, I've seen so much.
I-
I've seen the shit thrown at him with all this team. I want him to do good, but there is no realm you can
I
do this right now.
I think
Oh my
this
God.
VCT season as a whole has been a fucking emotional roller coaster. This has been the season
It has.
of literal upsets, of literal like unexpected changes. So if I'm gonna ride that hopium and copium, I think at least for the first 3 games, the Team Liquid Soulcast turns up. I think he turns up.
The
He
Liquid
pops
not
out,
be
he
a game
shows
where it's
up.
just gonna be frauds versus frauds. That's what you think.
I believe. I'm believing.
Carmine didn't die
Should
for
he have
this.
been overcome? Maybe not. But I kind of rushed this list. I'm not gonna
No,
lie.
I overcome over probably
Over
like
maybe even
oversave.
over
Like
save.
he's oversave.
Over-
Can we talk about
oversave.
that?
Okay. A little bit of my list might be
Maybe
rushed. A
we
little bit of
can.
my list might be rushed.
Ah.
I think, generally speaking, I think you're right. I think we can flip safe in Soulcast, and I think I'm okay.
Too
with
bad this is the fucking list. You are even.
it. Anyways, continue.
Oh
Alright, so
my
onward
god. The double
I-
The
Sugetsu.
double swing Gitsu.
Yeah.
I
I like
respect
this. I just, like I've said, fraud team. I know he'll do good.
Yeah.
I'll spoil. I didn't have him.
I mean, that's fine.
That's
I
fine.
like I judged my rankings a little bit differently, like on a different basis. Like I looked at all the teams and I thought about all the players that would have the most impact, like individually on their teams, and I was like, I think Sugetsu will probably have the most impact on Navi.
Probably.
Absolutely.
He'll probably be the
So I
reason they
feel
get
like
a lot of their rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he's pretty high up there in terms of value, and I feel like if he was on a better team, things would be his career would be a lot different right now.
I think
He'd be
I
earning a
think
trophy.
if it wasn't for Alpha play like he did in Tokyo, I think that's a
Mhm.
one upgrade you can make to Fnatic.
For sure.
But also Alpha still performed at Tokyo, so like I don't even think you can make that argument.
Why would you replace perfect?
Right.
Why would you change perfection?
No, but like you know what I mean. Though, like I think that was like the one thing people had in their minds during like lock-in when Alpha was going from Duelist to Senti. They're like, why not just get Sugetsu? Now we know why. Because Alpha's
Yeah.
just fucking better.
Fair enough.
And I have Victor because I think he does what's needed for the team. He makes the space, gives you.
Yeah.
He just does
I
whatever the fuck Chen and FNS need.
You
I
could
can't-
argue
I can't-
any position in the top 20 for like Victor and Crash Cheese, and I would be totally
Yeah.
okay with it.
Yeah.
So
Makes
Yeah, Joe.
Any position.
Anywhere in the 20. In the top 20.
number 17.
What?
Number
Before we
17.
before we
I
start,
can't even say
No.
anything. I just had 3 loud players.
yeah,
in a row.
just go.
Oh.
Okay, number 16, boys.
What did I have here? I can't remember. Oh,
Okay.
Oh,
no,
wow,
that's
we-
fine.
We really are in different spots.
Okay. Buzz and Mako.
Okay.
I made the
Kesnet!
mistake of putting
Kesnet!
both.
Kesnet!
I made the mistake of Kesnet.
So I think
Blue crew, vamos.
you're right. Like I love the buzz pick. I love the buzz pick.
Not
I
even the right
respect.
Yeah,
think
I
the
should-
buzz pick is good.
After thinking about it, though, I do agree. I shouldn't have put both. I should have just kept one and
Yeah.
not the other.
Like I
'Cause they're
think
gonna get
one
fucking-
is fair,
one-
right? I think like one
Yeah.
you can always count like even like I could honestly I can see this, see what is it? It's 16 and 18. I
Yeah.
can see that, right? I can see them both having a map or whatever, like carrying their team across the line for one series, right? I can
Yeah.
see those two making it. I think it was someone else that Justin was talking about earlier, though, to be fair. Yep.
I've been rolled.
got the shake, yep. But like I can see those two, right? Because I do think those are
then I
like
know-
ones who will pull them across, right?
Yeah.
Really,
But-
Joe?
Like,
You think?
if they were the ones that, if they're the ones to make that team work, if there's anyone's going to make that team work, it's going to be those two. And I think
Yeah,
that they
I
might.
agree.
If it wasn't for
it's-
DRX going through their slump,
It is
they're
right
top ten.
now. They have to prove it, or they're frauds.
Yeah.
It is that
yeah.
game.
Yep. But like if DRX was still working, I think they're both top 10.
Oh yeah.
But another calm from Jacob, Zeta from Justin. So Joe so far is not the only one with Zeta.
I think that Zeta
W.
is a lot of the reason why T1 has looked any good.
Yes.
And that's I mean that in a very I think that there's a lot of good on T1. Let me be clear. I think Bond looks great. I think Saya has looked great. There's a lot of good, but when I watch T1, I think Zeta is almost pulling the same kind of weight that like not necessarily Nats. I'm trying to think of like a direct comparison, but he almost has like that same role where he's keeping rounds together in a more meaningful way. And maybe that's just me observing the game from a like, I would appreciate if that guy was on my team every round. You know, but maybe you know, maybe that's just like maybe that's a copium thing. But like even looking at his stats, I mean, his cast is great. You know, we're looking at
He's always there.
80%.
He's always there when
Yeah.
needed.
Yeah, he's always a part of something, whether it be the assist or you know the kill or the damage that's going out. His ACS is 180, 190, so he has high impact in games. So I'm thinking like, could I really ignore somebody like that who's so impactful on T1 when the rest of T1 is kind of up and down? I mean, you could argue that Saya player is consistently great, but
But like that's probably the only one, right? Like everyone else, it
Yeah.
fluctuates between the three, which I think is good. That it's not just
Exactly.
on one person's shoulder. Like you will jump, but at that point, it's like Zeta definitely is one where it's like consistent. You know what you're gonna get out of him. And yes, I do just have Kisnet. I'm just on the
No, I
Kupium.
respect you.
I don't
respect
think.
you,
To be
Theo.
fair, I don't have them going out or going through groups,
Mhm.
but
I
I
also
just
agree.
know Kesnet always performs, no matter the sense. He was
So
always
you and me are
performing
on this?
last year. I think he's just of himself. We'll get them a map or two, and he will perform, no matter what
We're on-
anyone, right?
Yeah, we're on the same page. I agree with
Yeah.
you completely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you could probably throw some others in. Like I think maybe Klaus, if he's performing the way he did at LCQ, right? I think you could put any one of the crew players in because they're all performing so well. It's just who do you take the gamble? We'll keep proving that way. Because it's the one I've seen the past few years who will
Yeah.
actually always will prove himself and do something on that.
Makes sense.
And then Jacob with a calm. Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
His list is already chalked though.
At
I
least
don't
it's
think
not
there's any
another
coming back.
loud player.
Yeah,
I think this next one's
definitely
another
so.
loud player though.
Yep. No more
think
loud
it's loud.
players, guys. No more
No,
loud.
hey, no,
We've
hey,
got-
no.
I think this next one's a loud player. This next one's a
We've
loud player. I'm
got
betting.
we've got Cashies on Ty's
Alright.
list, and then
Yep,
yeah,
Cashies, yep.
Okay, yeah, my bad.
Cashies. We love cashies.
and
all
then
right,
He's
number,
my-
number
number
Number 14,
number
14.
14. Let's go.
Nuki.
Nuki.
Jacob, I know you're looking at it. I know you might be
Victor
thinking, well, that's a
Busio
little
Jing.
low.
Hmm.
But we got double Boostio.
Let's go, Jacob.
Okay.
Let's
Yeah.
go. Let's go.
Ooh, I'm not a failure.
He's got something to say. Let's
I
go.
I think Jing. Well, like my main thing with Jing is I'm waiting for him to do something on. I don't know, like
I'm getting a sense that
All
you're
right.
waiting for a lot of things and you're just picking
no. I'm waiting for Jing to do something on Jet. I don't.
What?
I know,
What?
They're
I
never
know
gonna
it's
put
crazy.
him
I
on
know
Jet.
it's
What?
crazy.
Why
I
would they
know
put
they're
him
never
on
gonna
Jet?
Put him on Jet. I know it
Just-
doesn't make any sense.
I
know it's
Yeah.
unreasonable, but I don't know. I just want to see.
He just has jet brain. Let's be honest.
We
man.
have-
He just
we
has
have-
jet brain.
We
I
have
do just have
both
jet brain.
Forsaken and something. Let's put Jing on Jet though.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. You know,
I
Like
want to
what?
see. I want to see Jing play. I want to see
Why?
Jing play Jet.
his race
I
is probably
don't
one of
know.
the best.
Yes, his raise is. Don't get me wrong. I'm like watching his raise. I've been like
Who else
studying
here
his
has that
recently.
raise?
I've been studying his raise recently too.
Aspas?
Like watching
Turka?
his raise is
Durka.
really fucking good. His raise is really
Like-
like methodical.
I I don't even know like who's is a better raise. Like who could be a better raise than Jing?
And there's no like I
Japan, baby.
completely agree. There's not another better raise. I just want to see. Well, I'm on my Jet Copium and I just want to see him on Jet.
That's
I
crazy.
just want to
Although
That's
see what he can
insane.
do. However, and I guess that's just like my copium and disrespect on why he's that low. If it wasn't for that, if it wasn't for the fact that I specifically wanted to see him play Jet for whatever reason, he'd definitely make my top 10.
I'm
Top 5
crying.
easily.
It's
five.
studying.
Jacob can't argue anything because his list is so ass.
It gets better. It gets better after number 10.
Days. 10 maps. 4-3 KD. 230 ACS.
Don't worry.
Now
worry.
you tell me why Jing needs to be on Jet.
Don't you worry.
When
Don't you worry.
Forsaken and
Don't
Something
worry.
are already perfect
I
Jet
won't say
players
where.
if they
I
need it.
won't say where.
Hold on. Let's watch this back a little bit more so we can really like. I just want to understand.
Analyze.
All right, last time Jing was on Jet was 2021.
Okay, listen.
Okay.
Why do that when the man can
I
just
am
have
no
a
longer listening
264
to this one.
ACS on Raze?
I no longer-
I'm no
2021.
longer listening.
I didn't even have a piece. I didn't know what Valorant was in 2021. You know, so
That's how long he hasn't been playing Jet.
yeah. You think he's so good for playing Jet?
all right,
Like,
all
what's
right,
the-
all right. Whatever.
The
Move
fuck?
on.
I
Next
want to
one,
hear Joe on
next
Nuki.
one.
I want to
Number
hear Joe
13.
on Nuki.
Okay. Oh, I think that
Real quick.
he'll do good in groups. I think that he's gonna actually like play. I think he's gonna play well. He's gonna lead his team well and like keeping everyone still and keeping everyone in the game. And then I think they're not gonna make it, and he's gonna crash.
Fair.
That is my hot take on Nuke. I think he'll do good. I think he'll do good in groups though.
That's fair. Okay, I don't think there's anything else to say.
This is all pretty good.
Yeah, nothing too bad. Nothing too bad. Okay, on to
Nothing
what?
too bad, right?
14? Yeah, 14.
Yep.
Mako, Dep, Forsaken, Vanilla, Victor, Alpha.
Alpha
this
yeah!
low? Alpha this low?
Pulling up the
The
stats.
2P? The 2P?
I just,
This
I
low?
just- I see other people being better. I see others being better.
I
love.
better
like-
see
okay.
all of Fnatic on this fucking list.
Respectfully, I
Respectfully?
see, like out of everybody on Loud, out of everybody on Fnatic,
Mhm.
if I were to break them down look at them one by one and see who and like list them into who I think was a better player,
Mhm.
slowly one at a time. At the bottom of that list is Alfire, and I just now had this been last year, and Leo and Chronicle weren't on the team, Alfire would definitely be higher.
By the way,
But
this is the top performer at VCT Masters Tokyo. That
2P.
happened
2P.
2 months ago.
Yeah.
The reason that they
I
won
think-
lock-in at
Oh.
VCT Sao Paulo
Oh yeah, what happened with that 11-4?
with a
I just
229 ACS and a 1.63
I
KD
just think
on
there's better.
KJ and Cypher.
I ride
On a team
my
that's
faith
lost
in
one
you,
game
there's
in
better.
2023 entirely. On a
You-
team that's lost one game in 2023.
where they got ultra counter-stratted by a heated liquid.
And they
who then
weren't
fell off.
and they didn't even practice the day before. Boaster came out and said that too.
You
Why?
really
It
said?
doesn't matter.
Wait, he
It's
said
just eating.
in 2 rounds he has said Jing should learn Jet and Alpha Yer is number 14.
Listen,
Another
listen,
list talked already, boys.
my list is full of a bunch of hot takes, but that's because I'm a hot take type of person. You know what I'm saying?
13.
Hot takes.
yeah. They just move
This-
on.
I think, yeah, I
Everything
think,
else
I
is
think
pretty good.
everything else is pretty nice.
I do
Yeah,
like the
I-
depth shot though. I do like it.
I agree
And then
with
I went straight
Forsaken,
for
though.
I went straight back to Emu.
Okay.
Last, ooh,
Alright.
Ospots. No, another Ospots.
More Ospas.
It's the last one I saw. It's the last one I saw.
Get therapy.
Wait, at this point, bro, you're saying they're making it to like finals. They have to at this point.
Oh my
So,
god.
so you have
Okay.
Nats. You have a lot of fates in Nats there, Joe.
I think Nats is a really good sentinel, and I stand by
That's
that.
fair.
I think he counter-strateged the fuck out of the Jet, and he knows how to play around it. If they actually did it more often, if
Joe,
they,
wake up! It's 2020. It's not 2021
Wait,
anymore.
wait,
It's
wait.
2022.
I swear to you, he's good.
People know
I
how to play
watched,
around the lurks
I,
too.
not
They
even
know how to
that.
get away with it.
Not even
They
that.
know
I
how to watch the flank.
It was when I watched him like cook on Ascent against Fnatic in the finals. I was like, wow, this guy actually like is really good at making setups around different characters.
Counter-strat.
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 That he
Counter-strat.
on the deep that he did. Like all of his setups, he did those. Like you can't take that away from him.
I'm not taking it away from him. I'm just saying they feel like one and dones.
But I feel like if you okay, it's because I feel like if Nats was put on a team that could allow him to gamble more with his util, he would gamble a lot and win. but
Maybe?
I don't know because it looked like that one he was allowed to cook whatever the fuck he wanted, and he cooked up something really good.
See, the only reason I can't agree with you on that is because of how mech happened in 2022 and how, like, you know what I mean?
I can understand. I just think that I think that he's a good player trapped on a okay team.
Okay.
But that's my hot take.
You have the faith.
Yeah.
Me and Justin went with the Les. Zeta, 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 Zeta. Opium, opium, hope. That's that everything.
Fair enough.
You don't know
Zeta
how
opium
badly
baby.
I wanted to put Les so badly, but I was just like going to play Fnatic into NRG. Ah.
I love the I have
It's winnable, he says.
Winnable. If Zeta are the team to dethrone Fnatic, I am all
Oh
here for
my
it.
god,
I
that'd
am
be so
here.
Actually,
cool.
yeah, no, that'd be pretty sick.
That'd be fucking hilarious.
Send them to
And then
lowers.
I have
Send them to
Saya,
lower.
who I think would just is always good on T1 and will be a big part in if they are able to make it out of groups.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, on to the next.
Well, this is
Number
this is where I die.
You did.
No, I think I
my
get murdered
God.
too.
Jacob, dap me up, Jacob.
Oh my god,
don't
they
worry,
go for
I'm on your
Durka?
side.
I'm
You-
gonna say I
you
can't even talk for you.
Oh, no, he put Durka above Alpha Year. That's what I'm mad at.
You know
That's
why?
what
Do you
I'm
know
mad
why?
at.
Do you know why?
No.
Do you know why?
I'm pretty sure
Do you know why?
Justin's
You
looking
know
at all
why?
of our lists and hating it.
Cousin! Woo! Vamos! Vamos!
I put Durka above Alfire because I admire the way he can follow a call without question. And beyond that, has the ability.
It's following a fucking call. That's the only reason.
No, shut up. Beyond just following call, this space he's able to make while like the space he's able to make in the most ridiculous like in my head the way I'm imagining it is right as fucking he's being told to go die. Just go die. That's all he's being told. And you know what he does? You know what he does? Beyond following the call, like he goes, gets through.
That's all that's needed there. That's all that's needed there.
He gets through, and then dies. Like I think Durka is not being given. Durka's not being given the respect he deserves, and I think
Durka's a great duelist. He's amazing. He's
more,
wonderful.
I think
by
he's more
God,
admirable.
that's ridiculous.
He's more admirable and more
God,
He
easy
just
to
has
follow.
duelist brain.
Thank you,
That's all it
Jesse.
is.
And we're easy to follow.
He has duelist brain. That's all it is.
Oh my
It
He
god.
gets
just
worse.
sees duelists, sees how
I'm
they
so
die, and he goes,
done. I'm so done.
It gets worse. I won't even lie. It gets worse.
Oh, less.
Yeah,
fair.
like again, like I think they just we're in the best of form. I think Les, at least himself, can do something.
Also, wait.
Especially again with the fraud, like with the teams he's up against. I think he'll be fine. Like he'll be able to lock. I just think it'll work.
I want to defend my list in the terms of saying when I made this list,
But Joe Sodhawk is crazy. That is.
at night, it was at night, and I just put a
Camera
almost as
scouting
crazy
was
as
about to happen.
It's almost as crazy as the 3 lad players at the bottom.
All right.
The
Next
fourth
one.
lad.
It's almost like we gave you guys a week to do this.
Alright, it's almost
Number
like I used an
11.
hour. I should have done it more time.
You don't like recheck
Well,
it.
yes, sir, Jake.
Yes,
Yes, sir, Jacob.
Chronicle.
Yes, sir.
Chronicle.
Con.
I was gonna say, am I the only one thinking Chronicle's a little low?
It's a little low.
I also agree. Well, sorry. Chronicle's a little.
Hold
low.
on, before we move on, can I displace myself from Ty's pick of Durka that low? Because I want to distance myself from that dumpster fire.
Well, you're not
So what?
you're not making a good case by going 2 for 2.
No, okay, but the main problem with Durka being that low is because it's above alpha.
That
Like, let's put
that
it
was
way,
the only
right?
reason that I really said anything. Like Durka
Like,
this low is
like,
fine.
I think Durka's there because like Durka should definitely be in your top 20, but I don't think he's always there for the team. He does what's needed, but it's like he doesn't. I feel like he doesn't pull anything
Watch,
out of his
Durka-
ass like the others
When
do.
Durka
anymore.
shows up or shows out this VCT season, you're all gonna be like, oh well, that was just luck. Well, it was just nah.
I still have Durka higher than you. I have
still
Durka
think
higher
I-
than you.
He does.
Next one.
I have Durka
Next
higher
one.
than you because I still think he's a great player. but he's not better and more impactful than Alpha.
I think he's
That's
one of the
the
most
word.
consistent duelist players, but his highs aren't as high as some of the others go.
Yeah.
I would agree with that. I think like his conversion rate on like on 1v4s is kind of a lot. Like it is really high, but I do think a lot of that comes
his
down to
haircuts.
like overheating, him going bald, and not necessarily him being bald, but like people just straight up like whiffing shots because it's the simple buff. Like people just can't shoot simple, you know. But I do think Durka is really consistent. As much as I hate to be like, I hate to like praise the guy because I think that his attitude, I'm not a huge fan of him. Just like as a player, to be honest, I love the rest of Fnatic. It's not really him. I don't know. It just rubs me the wrong way. Couldn't tell me why. But like if I looked at him objectively, I think he's great. He's consistent. He shows up when he needs to. Shows up more than when he needs to. It's just sometimes he has those like awkward raise games where he just doesn't frag above 9.
Just messes up and just keeps just inting with the
Yeah,
satchels.
it just gets sad. But yeah, no, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Durka
I think
in any of these spots is good.
I just think
Concom right there.
I literally think he's the reason why EDG is here right now.
Yeah.
I know his
I
team.
think
He's got a good supporting cast behind him, but
Mhm.
he's definitely the only reason I think that they might make a run here.
I think it's crazy that Tide doesn't have one supporting cast on EDG. I think it's insane.
there's one more. There's like I think
There's no way you have them higher than Kong Kong.
I think
Like Kong Kong should definitely be the highest up there, and then you have
he
I
should
think
be,
some
which is why
supporting.
he should be, which is why I'm confused.
All right, well
I
then let's
think,
find
like I
out.
said,
Let's
my
find
list is a little
out.
rushed.
Alright.
So wherever
We're
the
moving on
second
from
one
here.
is, they're supposed to be
Yeah,
good.
nothing else to say. Kong Kong,
Okay.
SNS, Som.
Sam so
I-
doesn't even make top 10.
Does
He
it
is
make
10.
top 10?
No, he is.
Oh, that is top
Oh,
10. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, this is top 10.
Numbers off. Numbers off.
My bad, my
Vamos,
bad.
vamos,
I
Kesman.
think
Vamos,
Vamos,
Kesman.
vamos,
Oh
vamos.
my
Kesman
God.
is gonna get a buff. I think now that he's back, he's gonna get the buff. He's gonna get the Kesman buff, and then they're gonna
Hey,
lose. But
It's just a
but
land
Kesman-
buff. That man always shows up.
Wait, Kesman is a better player than Alpha? What?
Hey, I mean,
okay,
yeah, that's still
like
insane.
I said, like my list is a little fucked. Okay, it's I listed.
Next
I
time,
have
I'm making
20
sure.
I
next
need-
time,
I'll fix it.
I'm gonna have-
I will fix it next time. I'll give it the order more thought. Okay,
I-
I apologize.
I'm thinking
put
about my
the
list now, and
order
I
together
agree
in
with
5
Ty.
minutes.
I need to change people, but I can't now, so I will die
Yeah,
on these.
it's too
I
late.
will die
It's
on
too
these
late
days.
now. You
I'll
gotta
stick
just
with
die
it
on these
now. I'll
hills.
stick with it
Yeah,
now,
I
but
think my loud-
realized that I made a couple mistakes.
All right, so
I-
we're gonna
I-
do one of these after, and we're all gonna cry because the lists are gonna be entirely different.
Perfect.
Yeah, no, we'll just come back to this list at the end of the tournament and call everyone dummies. That's all.
Yeah, you'll call me stupid for when I didn't rank the loud players higher because they underperformed so well.
Honestly,
Number 9.
Number 9.
already? Okay. damn.
Already? We're not gonna.
Dude, you guys just want to zoom by. I mean, yeah,
are we-
we'll go into a little bit more depth. I think everyone's fine here. FNS, I think FNS. I don't know.
Top
The only
10.
one we haven't seen here on the list before is Sam.
Yeah.
Everyone else has
Honestly,
been.
I think
I'm surprised
that's
Justin
low.
has him this low.
I really want to put him higher. I so badly want to put him higher, but I have to think that Sam is just like really good with the rest of the team. I know he has so much impact, and he's basically filled Marv's spot as a controller. I mean, he's a different kind of controller player. He doesn't lurk as much, but he's such a great anchor. I've never like he just fills it perfectly, and he's just a better duelist as an Omen. I don't understand, but that's just how it
It
is.
just
An
is.
Omen master. He really
He
is.
just doesn't. I think it's
Thomas is
mainly
good
that he
at
doesn't.
anything.
But it's because he doesn't int, and 2 because FNS was right the whole time. You don't put your best player on a duelist. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like it just doesn't make sense to.
Mhm.
Have your cracked aimer do it, sure, I guess. But I mean,
You're seeing it with Fnatic.
yeah.
You're seeing with all of Chamber meta. Like, why put them on the duelist?
why put them on a duelist when you can put them in a more impactful role where they can get more kills? They can bait. Psalm's that. He's everything and more. He always comes up positive. It's great. But I do think that there are some players who are really stand out, who have put the entire back of their team and country, on.
Yeah, fair.
So it's
Damn. Now that I'm thinking,
Okay.
my list is badly ordered.
See, that's kind of the thing, though. Like more than likely, these lists are all pretty somewhat in some way, right? But we
In
just
some
gotta go
way,
with it.
pretty bad. All right,
Okay,
we're moving
on to
on.
number 9.
Number 9. Okay.
Yeah, there's the one I was thinking is Justin with
Okay.
stacks.
Axe, yeah.
Yeah, I figured
That's
Justin was thinking stacks
Yeah,
too.
also
Makes
you're
sense.
crazy
I
for
get it.
Smoggy above Kong Kong,
Okay,
but we'll just move
switch
on.
it, switch it. No,
No, too bad.
that's
It's
what I-
No,
that's
what?
not it.
Smoggy,
Too bad.
no.
It's
Like I
No,
said,
you're
it was
stuck,
it
you're
was our
stuck.
rush list.
It's-
Fair enough.
My guy, it's
Well,
not even
I
like
do
they're near each other. They are literally a whole Kesnit apart from each other.
Oh, guys.
Yeah, speaking of which, Kong Kong under
Like
Kessie,
I
by the
said,
way.
I was
Yeah.
confused. I was confused because I thought I put Smoggy before Kes or before Can.
Well,
I thought
now you know
Smoggy
next
was,
time to not wait till last
Yeah.
minute to just set this all up.
Smoggy was supposed to be below Can for the record, but I do think that the reason why Can can do what he's doing
Can.
now.
Can.
The reason why he can do what he's doing now is because they have Smoggy. They have
Mhm.
Smoggy to be like, okay, well, if all right, we're gonna let our Jet A-op on attack on C by himself. Why? Because we have our cracked out fucking Raze gonna entry for us, and we know our Raze is gonna get our get his 2, and we know our lurking Jet is gonna get his 3, get his 4 either way. So the way they play the double duelist is the most unique way I've seen the double duelist played, which is why I feel like even though duelist technically isn't a supporting role, I think that Smoggy is that good support for Can that allows him to just go be Can and do what Can does best, and that's just go kill. Which is why they're supposed to be switched, but it's fine. I digress.
He digresses.
He digresses.
I take
Okay. Jacob had Jing this low. That's kind of interesting. I want to hear Justin on the stacks. I want to hear Justin on the stacks. That's all I really want to hear.
Stacks. Him with
I-
those stacks.
It is probably an insane amount of copium, like considering how DRX did last tournament. However, I do think that stacks, if there's anybody who can bring that team back together,
Yeah.
and anybody who has done it, it's been stacks every single time. The person who has the highest impact clutches on that team,
Yeah.
highest impact frags, highest impact calls, like it
just-
basically all comes from him.
Stacks and friends.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's definitely not
Not
stacks and
but-
friends,
No.
but it is stacks who has the most like
He pulls them
influence on
back.
the rest of the team.
Mhm.
Yeah, he definitely pulls them back more often than anybody else does on that team.
And
I
he
think
will
that-
show up.
Yeah, he will. He shows up almost every single game, but it depends on the role he's in. Sometimes he's on the breach, and it doesn't look great.
Oh, his fade though.
His fade is pretty nice. I will say his fade is pretty nice. But like sometimes on the breach, he doesn't frag as much, but that doesn't mean he's any less impactful than he normally is.
And fade
Sometimes your
more.
team's got to pick up. Yeah, right. So I think stacks at 9 is probably the highest I could place him.
Mhm.
That's fair.
Fair enough.
All right. And
God.
with that,
Okay, here's my coping.
And here's
How is he?
Yeah, that's my coping.
respectable.
I just kept looking at the I just kept
Divine?
thinking back to his way, like to how he played during league play, and I just thought like there's no way this man just has such a high during has such a high during lock in, and then just fumbles the next 2 tournaments. I just don't see a realm where that can happen.
Mhm.
Of course it can, you know what I mean? I'm talking on my ass.
You're making a bit of a prediction here, but
But like, I feel like someone that young, someone with that drive, would have that tournament and go, I need to fix this fucking problem, going from the highest to just dropping. I think he's gonna want to. I think probably with the meta, if they can go back to the Harbor Viper that they showed and brought to the meta, he'll look insane. Maybe. If he'll actually follow through with that instead of going back to the fucking Aspas on fucking Neon. But anywho, that's my
love
coping.
more
Aspas
neon
Neon.
Aspas. Yeah.
I love
We
Aspas,
love
but that man
No, more
he
Aspas
should not
Neon.
be on Neon.
More
That should
Neon.
No,
not
no,
be...
specifically. No. More Aspas Neon. More Aspas.
No!
Yes.
No, don't throw him into the fire alone. No one's gonna follow. That man needs to just be on Jet or Raze. Like, he has some of the best of those 2 agents. Why is he playing Neon? He does not
Because-
need to be a supporting duelist. He needs to be supported.
Or we could just give him a breach and say, yeah, have fun. I think
It's that Tide that works enough for your rank games. It doesn't work in pro play.
I
very
don't know, man.
sorry.
I don't know, man. Stacks'
I don't know,
breach is
man.
pretty
King
good.
K,
I
Yeah,
don't
Stacks'
know.
Breach is
King
so good.
King K's
That's
proven
what
the
he
optimum
does,
carry
and RB
games.
and Zest and Mako right there with him.
Anyways,
W Mako.
number 7.
Number,
Right?
what do you
Number
Oh
mean?
no,
No one
I
else
wanted,
talking?
I wanted,
wait.
I
Oh,
wanted
wait.
to
You
bring
got
up the
Buzz.
Divide.
Oh, personally, I think
Divide?
everything else is. I think
think-
everything else is a fair pick.
I think Jing is a really good player, and I think he's insane. But I think round by round on Paper X, the Vi has a bigger impact.
Oh no, I literally meant why. I thought he'd be a little higher, but that's fair.
Oh,
I thought he'd be not top 20.
Not top 20. Damn.
I
That's
think
also-
he's impactful, but like
He's
you have to
really
make the
impactful. I
right
also
argument, right? Like I think he does his job. I don't know. It's because it's a mix of him and Forsaken with the calls, right? Or the whole team.
it's
It's
the whole
the whole
team. I think
team.
most recently though, Forsaken was picking up a lot of the calling.
Like I think he's one of those players where he can do good, but it's 50-50. I'm more on the something for Justin, and I'm gonna take a gamble. It's because of land nerves.
I think that the land nerfs are definitely part of it. I think that something is really good. I think that, and you'll see why.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we should do our top 5 at the same time because 4 players should all be there. The number 1 player should be the same across the board, and if it's not, I'm gonna lose my mind.
It's not going to be. I know.
It's
it.
not
I
going to
already
be.
know it.
It's
I
not
already know
going
it's
to
not
be.
going to be.
But
I
something is good, but PRX was already good. Something is
Right,
just
that's
like
fair.
the addition that makes it better, and
That's
I'm not
fair.
gonna discredit him for that. But there is one obvious choice, aside from my honorable mention, who has elevated a team from to where they were last tournament.
would we want?
Okay.
Would we want to do top 3 like that? We'll just bang them all at the same time.
I think because there should be 4 players in everybody's top 5, and if
Oh,
they're not there,
no.
I'm going to lose my shit.
Oh, he's
All right,
gonna lose
guys.
his shit. All right. Well,
Yeah.
you ready for the
yeah,
next
we're-
one?
none of us are-
let's get to
Okay,
the next
man.
one before we
Anyways.
continue.
Honorable
The honorable
mention.
Honorable.
Yeah.
Justin, me and Justin are thinking the same thing.
Even one.
I respect it.
Poster. That's a high poster.
I simp for the guy, man. Like I don't know
Yeah,
what you
you really
expect
do.
from me.
A high booster?
I'm gonna. Okay. I'm gonna be
W
I'm gonna be
Justin.
honest.
I
I'm
thought
gonna
I
be
was
honest.
coping because I'm like, oh yeah, I think he's really good. I think he's gonna be a great IGL. I want to put him higher, but can I?
I'm
Like,
gonna be honest.
No, I'm saying he should be higher.
yeah,
Yeah, no.
that's.
No, yeah, I'm.
Oh,
the
so
hot
he's
take
part of your
here.
top 4.
Oh, that's so weird. He might have like missed my list or something. That's like that's
Jacob,
interesting.
I'm gonna be real.
I don't know
You ain't
what's
the only
worse.
one.
I
You
don't-
ain't the only one.
Jacob, Josh, I'm gonna be real. Y'all
No.
not the only ones.
No, okay. Let's get this
Justin,
real
I
quick.
need help.
Here's my.
He didn't even
here's my
make
thing.
their lists.
Here's my thing. I really didn't like in my thing. I didn't put a lot into IGLs. I'll be real, because I think it does do good, but I can see like I think it's you need more of the supporting cast to help the IGL. The IGL can just make the call and make it work, or like let me put it this way: if this was lock-in, I think Boaster needs to be up there because he's the reason Fnatic will win because he needs to be there to get them in the mindset when they do fumble because they did start to fumble and if it wasn't for Boaster they would have fumbled at that 3-11 but Boaster brought them back. I think because they were able to do that and then go into the next tournament and just dominate everyone except for EG who made it a little close, right? I think he has a lot less pressure on him and it's more spread out.
I think that to some extent, I do understand what you're saying. Not to some extent, I do understand what you're saying. However, games are not blowouts anymore because you have 4 really good players. If that was the case, NRG would be on top all the time. Sentinels would be great all the time. They're not. NRG has bad games, and that's because FNS fucking shits the bed sometimes, and that's just how it is. Boaster this entire year and last year has led the team from not only comebacks but total domination. And it's not because 4 players on the team are performing spectacularly. It's because all cylinders are firing at the same time. It takes an IGL and a half to do that. Like it is a wet dream for any IGL to be able to control 4 power players at that and then be like, yeah, we're just gonna win. To keep them on a leash at all times, but not only have them on but to make sure that they're disciplined enough to not go and do something fucking stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like tell them to go kill.
Yeah.
So like, I understand what you're saying. I get it. I'm not saying that your opinion is bad. I'm saying that people.
No, I get it. Like
Boaster not being on the list is criminal, and you should be arrested.
probably
To life,
but
sentenced to
Fair
life.
enough.
Yes,
Fair
Justin.
enough. Fair enough.
I
Oh,
should
you're
have put him
gonna
at
hate
one.
me,
I should have put him at
You're
one.
I think I get it. I do understand. Just in my mind, it's like I get it, but
I would.
in my head, it's like if that was maybe it's just because of experience or because it's like Boaster always had the talent. It seemed like to always fumble near the end, so I just wasn't sure. But okay, on to number 6, and then we can do. I like Justin's idea of just revealing all of our top 5s one by one.
Oh no, he was on my list. I'm a liar.
Oh, Ty got saved.
Yeah,
I'm a liar.
Damn, Jacob really fucked up.
Jacob really fucked up.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at this now, and
So-
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know what my
Josh,
name's
I-
Josh, you're based for that. And then
yeah.
Justin's right.
Oh, you know who? You know,
Justin's right.
you know who it was that didn't make my list? I think.
No.
Wait,
It's
is
gonna
he
be
up
another
there?
Fnatic player, and I don't want him to talk until he reveals the top 5. I'm gonna hate
No,
it.
no, no, no,
Alright.
no. I think.
But
Buzz.
okay, I like all these. I like all
Okay,
these.
yeah.
I like other than the buzz, which already Jacob's was trolling.
Chalk.
I think your buzz is a little high there. I'm not gonna lie, but
Yeah, buzz
Alright.
is very high. Okay, no,
Alright.
I think we do it one at a time, Joe.
One
One
at a
person
time?
at a time. One person at a time.
don't start with me. Don't start with me. Don't start.
I think so.
Let's
With
start with
Jacob.
Ty.
I think with Jacob.
Yeah, I think we start with the most
Jacob.
chalk
Yeah,
list.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Chocolate.
Do we do the all
Alright,
5 at
then
once?
me.
Wait,
So
no, we do.
you do all 5 at once. You do
Yeah,
all
yeah,
Yeah, all 5 at once.
yeah. Okay. 3,
Jacob then me.
2,
2,
1.
Leo Forsaken, something
Really?
Chronicle Alpha.
Forsaken's
Okay.
a little high.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I
I'm
actually like.
But like,
I
that
mean,
makes
I'm
sense.
coping.
I was gonna say
I'm
that, like,
coping.
from Jacob, like, I like that top 5. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Like, I
Definitely
think.
not.
Jacob, you betrayed me.
I betrayed you.
He's about to have the
betrayed
worst
me.
top 5.
You betrayed me,
No,
Jacob.
I'm about to have the worst.
Okay, let's do it. Yeah.
All
Bro,
right, we're
Kez
going-
in the top 5.
Jacob.
Vamos.
No, Jacob,
Vamos.
Jacob. I thought we were gonna be on the same
Next.
side,
Alright.
Jacob.
All right, Ty, you ready?
What did
Yeah.
Ty do?
Here's your top
Oh,
5.
Ty.
Jacob, I thought we were gonna be on the same
Oh,
side.
oh,
What happened?
oh,
Jacob, I thought we were gonna be on the same side. You betrayed
Boost shield
me.
this high. He has boost shield this high.
Jacob, you betrayed me.
I'm not
I just
stupid.
think-
All right.
I know something's not the best player in VCT
Go
right
next,
now.
okay.
I
Yeah,
just
no,
think-
I'm next
okay,
because
okay.
I know I have the worst top 5 right now.
Oh,
I'm
God.
I
I'm
have
fairly
to reload
confident
my-
in it.
I think,
What do you
wait.
mean?
Before,
I'm
before we
very
reveal
confident
Joe's,
in that.
Before we reveal Joe's,
Yeah.
I just want to say that I indeed did have all 5 players of Fnatic on the list, Justin. Okay, and I have the best 2 at the highest spot. I don't care.
No.
It's there.
No.
They're there.
Leo should be number 1.
You should.
They're there.
He should be number 1.
He's number
Leo,
2.
can we talk about how Leo played through Sao Paulo with COVID and they didn't drop a map until finals?
Can we talk about the point where the Sentinels game was going on? I walked out of the room going, he's about to clutch this. And he does.
He just does.
Flawless.
With COVID.
Yep.
He was sick.
Okay,
He was sick
okay
as
so
fuck.
you want yours next? Okay.
Oh yeah, no, because I know mine's gonna be the worst. So here you go.
God. Even one?
Oh, yo, I'm not on that level of coping.
Aspas.
Aspas made it, yeah.
No.
He really did just say Vamos. He did say
You
Vamos.
have
What
Aspas.
number 1?
There's
What?
no way you have Aspas
Wait.
above Storm.
Wait, dude, this is why Chronicle was so lit.
You have Aspas. No. I think my biggest issue is that
Mine's
Aspas
worse.
is above Storm.
Joe, where's
I
Alpha?
don't know.
Alpha? Oh,
No.
I only limited myself to 3. That is literally my cope. But yeah. See you.
Oh, damn.
I tried not to go
okay,
over.
yeah, do
3.
mine. Do mine next.
Do
Because
you
Justin
think?
probably does. Like I said, Justin will have the best. Just do mine. I think
Alright.
I can BS it.
Ready?
But this is, yep. Mhm.
Okay, here you go.
I do agree with Justin, though.
Leo
Leo
is
is number
the
1.
Thank you.
I
Fair
have
enough.
Like,
to
like
agree.
there's
At
no
least
way I
something
could
in
do
the
that.
street.
I like
At least
Leo
we
and
have
Chronicle are
something
just
in the
above and
street.
beyond. I think something in Demon 1 will be able to perform, and I still just have the hopium for Psalm. I think he's just always consistent. And, like, will take that loss. He just has that ground
I
on.
need your
Pearl
Psalm to be a little
ingrained.
higher, Justin. I'm not
So
gonna
this
lie.
is this is
I need
this
No,
is
I
Alpha.
get what
Poster
Justin's doing with the
Chronicle Leo,
Psalm. I
right?
get
Psalm
what
makes
Justin
sense.
has with the Psalm. I just am hoping he has that round engraved of that clutch, and he's just using it as fire. And he's just going to skyrocket. Like, this is more a prediction.
There's
But, like, for
de-
Justin to be reasonable makes a lot of sense.
he's definitely got a highlight reel he goes to before games, and that clutch
I'm
is
ready
the
for
last
Justin
thing.
to be Leo, Chronicle, Durka,
Psalm's
Boaster.
warm up is
Oh,
him
it
telling,
literally
is him
is.
telling himself I'm
Wait, is
so
it?
good.
No, it's Alpha.
He already
It's
said
Alpha.
Durka.
Right?
Yeah,
It's
Alpha.
It's Alpha, because Alpha's better than Durka.
Who's such a son?
Go.
Okay.
Kang.
That
Okay,
makes sense.
okay, yeah. Leo Chronicle Alpha, those are
Kang.
Kang. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think you're. I don't know. I'm sticking with Sam. Deserves to be. Everybody else has Sam in a
No,
good
again,
spot.
I would love to put Psalm top 5. I do not think he has the same carrying power as anybody above him.
that's fair.
Joe.
Oh
I
no,
don't know.
mine's.
I don't know what's going on
chalk.
there with Demon 1 at number 1
I think he can.
and
That's
Aspas.
insane.
I don't know what's
I
going on with
think he does
Aspas
it.
at number 4.
No, if he had a raise, maybe.
Who
maybe.
Demon 1?
I hate that Alpha isn't even in Ty's top 5.
Nah, it's dude.
I
I mean, I can't say much. Mine's
think
top
I would
1. I
Mine's
have him
the-
top 6.
Mine
I
is
think
absolutely.
at least
I
at
totally
least
chalked that. Oh well.
I
we
have
all did.
Chronicle
Like
and Leo
I
where they
called,
should be.
Justin was the only one who didn't chalk it, right? Like I
I
think
think
there's
I
a few things that like I tweak, but that's all I could say is tweak. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone has problems.
Problem.
If it were
I
the
think-
real me, let's. And the rest is data.
The temptation for me, dude. I like kept going. Like every time I messaged you guys, hey, here's the sheet. I looked at it and went, I know I'm missing. Like it kept changing. It kept like it was. Thank God Joe had this idea a week ahead. I did it. I was like, okay, now I'm just gonna keep looking back at it, and I still had fuck ups.
Yeah, I didn't look at this enough.
Yeah, that,
I definitely
what it
didn't
was.
look
Say
at
what
it
you want.
enough.
Say what you want. I think my number 1 is fine. I don't think
No, Leo needs to be number 1.
I don't think I would
Leo
change my top.
needs to be
Being
number
real,
1.
I don't think I'm changing my top 5.
No, Leo needs to be number 1.
I'm not
Leo
changing my
does
top
so much with the
I don't think I'm
fragging,
changing
the
my top
util, the
I love
call. Like, there's
Boostio,
just
but-
there's too much Leo does.
Boostio's not a better
I
player
just
than
don't
Alpha
think-
Air.
I just don't
fucking
think my
hate how low
top
you
5
put
needs
Alpha
to
here.
change.
No,
I
you
just-
have too much hold. There's no reason Boostio should be that high. Like why?
I don't think I'm changing my top 5.
Tell
I
us
don't
on
know.
Boostio.
I just
Tell us on
can't-
Boostio.
I'm not changing my top
Tell,
5. But, like,
tell us, you want me
I
to
still
sell you
think
on
I didn't do
Boostio?
enough.
Yeah.
I'm
You
on
wanna-
the
you want me to sell
I'm
you
on
on
the
Boostio?
Joe, you need to change Ospas now. Stop coping. Ty, go.
I think other than his if we want to talk about something other than his pure fragging power, I think he has good reads. I think his reads are under. Is he better than FNS? No. Is FNS on my list? No. Is he better? Does he have better calls than Boaster? No. Is he above Boaster? Definitely. Because I think that Busio has a good balance of being able to make those calls, to have those reads, and then not only have the reads, but in order to have influence to enforce those reads, to be able to put people in the position, or to be in the position himself for the read to be true.
See,
I think.
Yeah, he
I
has the
think-
reads, which is why he just kept swinging out Lotus C long and dying to Durka and Leo and Chronicle in the
He has the
finals
read.
and just
He has
having
the
the
read.
first 10 first bets.
He has the read.
And then
does that mean-
I'm agreeing with you. He does have the read, which is why he then swings alone into 4
Does that
Fanatics
mean-
players.
However, even though he has the read, sometimes he fumbles the bag.
Sometimes.
However, the ratio of him fumbling the bag to him having the read and him being fucking insane is more of a 60-40. And I think as much you might be looking at me like that's copium, the copium is real. I will ride my copium, and you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go out a limb. EG gets second place again for champs.
And who gets first? Who gets first? Who gets first?
Who gets first, buddy? Who gets first?
Who gets first? Who gets first?
Yeah.
Who gets first? Say it.
on.
It's not
Say
like
out.
it's not Boaster. No? Alpha Year?
who gets
Chronicle?
first?
Leo?
Who gets first? Who gets first?
Yeah.
Paper X.
Bro, buddy, even I'm not that high on that copium, and I'm wearing their jersey right now.
Paper X.
Aw.
Paper X gets first. Paper
Ty,
X.
we
Ah.
cope because we root
Okay,
for
first,
100 Thieves. Don't cope this hard.
No,
No,
that's why he
yeah.
has to cope though. It's because
Yes,
his team isn't
Fnatic
there, so he has
gets
to
first.
cope for someone else.
Fnatic,
So.
Fnatic
You know what I
gets
mean?
first.
And it would be a
Fnatic
bandwagon
gets
if he
first.
went for Fnatic. So
But
I see his
think-
play.
I think that even like,
I'll be his. I'll be his, baby. Let's go.
This is
Fnatic might get Fnatic might get first, but I think the team that will give them the most contest for that first place will be EG. They will fight for it the hardest, and if they
Yeah.
don't, I'd be very disappointed.
Well, from this, honestly, I mean, definitely entertaining. Definitely need to do this more.
yeah.
Justin again definitely had the best list, as I called out.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
mine just has a few tweaks, like removing some loud players, adding Boaster, and I pretty
I
much.
just think I need to reorder something.
You definitely need to reorder things.
Actually,
I need
and
to,
remove
you know
players.
I need to take time.
I need to
look at
remove.
this
I'll
again.
remove Soulcast. I'll remove Soulcast and add one and add it.
Oh, too bad. It's
And I'll-
stuck there.
Alright, well,
That's on the list.
This
That's
is now stuck in infamy. Josh, take us out of here.
Well, if that's all we got to do. We didn't get to talk about my list at all until I said no Boaster. That was the only time we talked about
No
my list.
Son of a-
Oh, because
bad.
your list was fine.
Your list was good.
Yeah, that was the
I think there are a
that was
lot
like the only fuck up. That was the only fuck up. It's just me missing Boaster because in my head I didn't like really think about too much of the IGL, which I should have. I did like think about it, but I was like,
That's fair.
I don't know. Lock in, yes. Lock in, easy.
Yeah.
But anyways, thank you very much everyone for watching. Hopefully we do this again. Maybe we'll come back after champs with the off season and review our list, or maybe make another one of just the top 10 performers in our heads. Who knows?
I think we
Yeah,
do.
something
Wait,
to
I need
think
to go do
about.
my.
We do one
I need to go
after.
do my pick'ems.
Oh,
Dude,
we'll do
everyone do their
pick'ems
pick'ems
later.
We'll do pick'ems later.
Oh no. Okay. So
Yeah,
then I
usual
won't do my
pick'ems. Although
Alright.
this should have been somewhat based off your pick'ems.
Well,
That's why I didn't have any Navi. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully again we'll try and be more consistent. Well, that's all I say. Everyone else, say goodbye. Say your goodbyes, everyone.
Bye.
bye.